Damn. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, boxing fans around the world, thanks once again for joining us here on Talkin' Fight. We got Tim Witherspoon in the house. Mike and Cedric are elsewhere this evening, probably watching some fights. Hey, Tim, how you doing? I hear you're at Moonshine.
What'd you say? Moonshine. A friend of mine, Jewish mine, we played football together. His name's Samuel Bittman. When I was young, he had money. When he was in elementary school, he had a business mind. Now he got a nice place called Moonshines down in South Philly where all the Irish, with the Irish neighborhood.
Right on. So you having a few drinks, watching some boxing?
Hey, Graham. Huh?
Are you watching some boxing down there?
Hey.
Are you watching some boxing?
On. Yeah. Hold on. Are we live?
We're live.
Live in 5. Okay, what's your name again? Steve Silicato. Steve Silicato. He's a singer. Singer in South. Yeah, singer in South Philly. We down in South Philly, right where I used to go to everything. This is a podcast. That's right. Over here having a lot of fun. Moonshine Philly. That's what it is. That's Graham. He's up where you're gonna hear good music. Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin, Tony Bennett. You might even hear a little Bruno Mars. But you're here live on Williamson Avenue with the champ. That's right. This is my old neighborhood.
They allow you back there, do they?
We're gonna sing it again, okay? What's your favorite song?
Right on.
I don't know. I like all.
Do you want to put Tim in the green room, and I'll just run through these fights? I'll put you in the green room, Tim. Let's try that again. Thank you very much. Okay, we're gonna just run through a couple of the weekend's fights. Where's that Guinness? I tell you, not in my hand right now. But if I had someone to run upstairs for me right now, they'd grab me a Guinness because I got some in the fridge. All right. I'm deadly curious to see whether or not we're going to see an Joshua Tyson Fury fight in December. I don't think it's been confirmed yet, but I know negotiations are underway to have that take place. It'd be interesting to see if it does happen and what will happen in the aftermath. But tonight there's a really good fight going on. Makhmudov versus Talkin that's taking place in Montreal. A couple of big boys. I think they're both undefeated. Let's have a quick look here. No. Makhmudov is 14-0, 14 knockouts, and he's going up against Carlos Takam, 39-6-1. So that's going to be a really, really good fight, in my humble opinion. Heavyweights going at it. Coming up as well, we've got Joe Joyce and Joseph Parker going toe-to-toe. That's going to be a good one to watch as well. So the heavyweight division is starting to shake out a little bit. But as I said a few weeks ago, I'm really looking forward to Tyson Fury making up his mind, quite frankly, and stop holding up the bus. I think we've got Ruiz and Ortiz. That fight that took place is really starting to show some dominance. I'm looking forward to the Fury versus Michael Hunter fight. So the heavyweights are really going at it now, as they should, as they always should. I've been looking forward as well, seeing my looking forward cap is on tonight. Jared Big Baby Anderson go up against Daniel Dubois. I hope that really takes place. That'll announce the entry, if you will, of the new young American heavyweights into the English world of boxing. So anyway, just thought I'd bring you up to speed on some of the heavyweights that are going toe-to-toe in the next couple of months. As I said, Fury's going nowhere. All right, Carl. I just wish, what I'm saying is I wish he would just once and for all either retire, go off to his one of his many villas, and that way we can just clear out the top of the division. Whether Usyk can continue his maintain control of that division or not, I don't know. but I would have liked to have seen Fury and Usyk go at it to see if they could unify that division. I am curious to see, though, whether Anthony Joshua can pull out that victory. Oh, I forgot to mention Deontay Wilder is going up against Robert Helenius pretty soon. So we've got all the top heavyweights. I know Otto Wallen is practicing. He's down. Where is he? He's on the West Coast somewhere of America with Malik Scott. And Malik Scott was chiming in on some of the upcoming fights as well. Hey, Tim, if you can hear me, I'm curious as to what you think about this Triple G versus Canelo Alvarez fight that's going on. I know Triple G at 40 years of age is probably past his prime, but he's saying some interesting things. But I think I agree with a lot of the pundits who have said, quite frankly, that if, Canelo can wear him out, if you will, give him a few body shots here and there. Realistically, I think Wilder and Joshua after loss to Tyson.
Okay.
Wilder versus Joshua, in my opinion. You know what? I just don't like Deontay Wilder re-entering the ring. He's had some brain issues. He should really take care of his health. He's made enough money to look after his daughter, put her through hospital, pay her bills, etc. That's why he got into fighting in the first place. Does he really need to take on Anthony Joshua? It doesn't really need to happen, in my humble opinion. I'm not really quite sure that British boxing is leading the way. Yes, Eddie Hearn is doing his best to make sure that Anthony Joshua fights Tyson Fury to maintain that positioning from a branding perspective. But realistically, we've got a lot of great fighters coming from all four corners of the earth right now. And I'm really looking forward to hearing what Tim had to say about all this. But he's on a patio in South Philly at a place called Moonshine. And he's not looking at the boxing that's going on tonight. He's looking at the bands that are playing. And Philly, as you might know, has had a great music scene to complement the great boxing scene over the years as well. So, as I said, Mike is not joining us. Cedric's not joining us. Tim's having a good time on a patio. And I'm looking forward to watching that fight out of Montreal, as I said. Makhmudov is going up against Carlos Takam tonight. Put on by the boys over at Eye of the Tiger Management. That's going to be a really, really good fight. I know it's broadcast live on Punching Grace and ESPN Plus in the United States. Also on that card, by the way, Stephen Butler, a big middleweight. He's 33-1, 25 knockouts, going into the ring to face Mark DeLuca, 28-3, 16 knockouts. So it'll be a good fight night down in Montreal this evening, taking place. Might be underway right now, actually. So that's where I'm heading right now to go have a look at that fight. As I said, I'm looking forward to the Joe Joyce Joseph Parker fight coming up. I really want to see whether or not Eddie Hearn can get his way with respect to having Anthony Joshua step into the ring and actually face Tyson Fury. I don't know. I think Tyson Fury would actually win that one. That's no anywhere near them. Yeah, well, that's because of the promoters. So Carl from Last Belt Boxing is saying, British fighters are the best in the world, and I would argue simply, wait till you see him, Carl. Jared Big Baby Anderson is don't mess with that name. I'm telling you, you're going to look like a fool. And Carl, you don't want to look like a fool. I think Deontay Wilder should retire. I think Jared Anderson maybe needs a couple of fights under his belt here in North America before going over to the UK. But the top of the division right now is a bit scattered, and you can't say the British fighters are the best because Usyk right now is controlling it. Helenius is gonna, he might quite frankly knock out and kill Deontay Wilder. So we'll see where that goes. And believe me, Carl, Jared Anderson is at that level. He's a big boy, and he knows how to box, seriously. So, the Americans have quite a few heavyweights coming up that, they're under the radar. No, he's not a hype job. Dude, seriously, the guy is big, he's brutal, and he knows how to box. He's a smart guy. And I think they should take his time. with him and let him work himself out. But the talk is he's going to be up against Daniel Dubois, and that's fine. That'd be a good fight. I'm not going to say it isn't going to be a good fight. The only reason Tyson Fury controls the division, in my humble opinion, in reply to Carl, simply is because of his big mouth. But as Malik Scott pointed out in a conversation he was having on U.S. media yesterday, quite frankly, there are some faults to his sport. And how he plays his game, quite frankly, in the ring. You can take advantage of him if you're a smart boxer. And Tyson Fury's had his way with certain boxers in the past, without a doubt. But letting his arms drop, for example, is not the smart thing to do while you're exposed like that. You can get hit and you can go down. And quite frankly, I believe it was in the fourth or the sixth round where Fury did go down. He got back up. Hey, Tim, can you hear me? Hey, Tim. No, your mic is mute, my friend. Hey, anyway, Usyk's more of a cruiserweight to begin with. I agree with that. Fury's definitely a heavyweight, a super heavyweight, if you ask me. Malik Scott could not help Wilder win, I would argue. But nonetheless, he's a smart guy. He's a good trainer and a smart guy, and he knows his boxing. So from an analytics perspective, he knows what he's talking about. But I'm curious, Carl, who do you think is going to win between Canelo Alvarez and Triple G? My money's on Canelo Alvarez, but I wouldn't win much because he is the favorite. Triple G is the underdog, but he's 40 years old. I think Canelo is 32. But again, as our friend Christian von Sponek has often told us, that Canelo takes these fights for very specific reasons.
I'm gonna have to go outside, bro.
Hey there, Tim. Hey, Tim.
No, don't get on. Don't your business.
What?
You're in the bathroom. What?
I'm gonna walk. I can go in the bathroom. How do you know?
Oh, this is too funny. Hey, Eric, just put Tim in the green room, please, until he sorts himself out. So, for all the boxing fans out there, Carl from Last Will Boxing, a great show out of the UK, is saying he believes Canelo will win by stoppage and by round 10, or he's actually picking round 10. If he's a betting man, and he also says he thinks Triple G will perform better than people think, but will come up short. Yeah, I can hear you, Tim.
I had to run. I had to go away from where I was. I didn't forget about the podcast. I just had to come down there. I didn't see my friend Samuel Bittman for a long time. This is a kid, a Jewish kid that I knew in fourth grade. I don't want to change the subject. I'm gonna say real quick. This kid had a lot of money in his pocket, and all these years, he's been building up. Now he got his own place. I should have been his friend. I would still have some money. When we were in third grade, he would come to school with a lot of money. I should have been following him around all my life. He got a club here. He's making money. He's the nicest guy in the world. And he was a linebacker for South Philadelphia. I was a tight end. So he invited me down, and I knew I had to do the podcast. But then they got this guy, Frank Sinatra-like singer over here. So I might have to come off the podcast, okay?
Yeah, no problem. Just let me ask you a quick question if you can hear me. Who do you think is going to win? Canelo Alvarez or Triple G, Gennady Golovkin? Who do you think is going to win?
My opinion, my honest opinion, I think that, and you're not like this, I think that it's a money situation. I think these guys are just going to show up just for the money. This might sound bad because I think that they're going to definitely fight, but there's no meaning to the fight to me. There's no meaning. I think it's about money, and that's the bottom line. I mean, I knew they was fighting and everything. A lot of other people probably want to definitely see them fight. I think it's more so about money, not the history and all that. I don't think it's about that. I think it's about the money and everything. I hate to say that, but that's a fight that everybody wants to see them fight again. That is a
That's
fight
right.
that everybody would like to see them fight. But yeah, but I do believe it's about money also this time.
Well, it makes sense. It's taking place in Las Vegas, being promoted as part of the Mexican Independence Day celebrations. They're happening all this weekend. Las Vegas is going to be ram-packed with, and the Box Fan Expo is taking place down at the convention center in Las Vegas this weekend as well. So it's going to be a very popular event to attend.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah, go for it.
What's the benefits from either fighter winning or losing? What's the benefits?
No, I'm agreeing with you. I firmly believe that Canelo Alvarez is going to win this one. Triple G, he's now 40 years old. He's past his prime. I'm not going to say he's much slower because he could probably knock my block off. But the point of the matter is Canelo's only 32, 33 years old. He's got many fights to go. Triple G's had his run, and he's had a good run. The pure boxing fan out there wants to see this trilogy fight take place, I think, just to settle the final score, if you will. But I really think firmly it's going to land in Canelo Alvarez's favor. I agree with you. It's for the money.
Yeah, but and the other thing too, when people say the age and everything, I do believe that I don't think that on the age thing, a layoff, when you lay off for a long time, that has a lot to do with it. But if you stay active, a lot of those older guys got older tricks. They get seasoned in, and they might surprise you. So there might be some surprises. And he might have rested up. He might have got a good rest with this particular fight. So he might come out and do some damage. You never know. But these guys that's making money, they start to relax. Even Alvarez, they making money. He was the baddest dude around. Nobody could touch him. They start to relax. They got the money, they got the fame, they got big houses. Like Anthony Joshua and Tyson Fury, them got big houses. They got money endlessly. It does affect the mental process in your brain. So, that has a lot to do with it. That has a lot to do with it. Not like a young man up who's hungry and everything. Been there and done it. And I do believe that having fame and having a lot of money and people, really supporting them, make them relax. And we might not get the fight that we want to get, but that's the way it is. You got all that money, it's going to make you off. You got a lot of fame. There's not too many people could keep up, to keep that momentum up. Partying, your friends want to come out, you want to go have fun. So it's not like you used to be in good shape before. And with me, I never had a chance because I never got the big money. I was always on time. So I do believe that could be the case also.
Yeah, without a doubt. And as Carl is pointing out in the comment section here, the 168-pound division, its lost a bit of its shine. But I think after this fight, is it going to be Andy Ruiz that's lined up against Canelo Alvarez? That'll be a good fight, quite frankly. But
Andy Ruiz, he's a heavyweight.
What? Oh, hang on. Let me have a quick check here.
Andy Ruiz,
oh, yeah,
right?
You're right. Luis Ortiz, Andy Ruiz. Yeah, you're right. You're right. He's a heavyweight. He's the guy who just won that heavyweight. Super middleweight up to 168 pounds, Canelo Alvarez. Oh, yeah. Sorry. You know who I'm thinking of? Caleb Plant is actually, he might be fighting down in Philadelphia, actually, pretty soon.
Yeah, Plant. I heard him. He's pretty good, pretty sharp. It's just a lot of, like, the Anthony and Tyson Fury fight. I love both of those guys, but it's all about baby and the money, and it's making things look a little phony. I know they're going to fight Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua needs a new trainer. He needs. What are you going to keep the same people? You even got Dante Wilder. I was looking at some videos. All offense, no defense. He's coming back, which is good. Everything's coming back. I'm looking at all these thoughts. Nobody's working on the things they need to win. Anthony Joshua, no. Dante Wilder, I seen him doing pad work all week long. No defense mechanism involved in it. Everything's offense.
Right.
He's going to have trouble. Anthony Joshua is going to have the same problem if he doesn't get some help. So it's a shame. You're going to see the same stuff over again. Tyson Fury is very smart. He's not going to ask to fight him unless he knows he's going to win.
Yeah, right.
You know, so Anthony Joshua's going along with it. And I'm going to tell you something, guys, I love him, but that's really crazy. You want to go to Saudi Arabia and fight Anthony Joshua when Anthony Joshua just lost? He just lost his fight to Youssef.
That's right.
I think that's going to make boxing look, even though they're going to make a lot of money. That's not a right decision. He should fight the next man in line. Anthony Joshua should get a trainer and look better. It looks phony to me. No,
Wow.
I love these guys. Listen, I love these guys. And I hate to make comments, negatives about them. Because if Mike Tyson do it, they don't say nothing. They're scared of Mike. And I love Mike too, my man. If Mike Tyson say the things I say, they won't even. But a nice guy like me, heavyweight champ like me, say, "Oh man, you know Malik Scott wanted to call thing, and he wouldn't have said nothing to Mike Tyson." That's why I give Mike a lot of respect. He say it is okay, but nice guy like me say it, and I'm nice like Mike is cool, but I'm a nice guy too. But that's a shame. To me, he's gonna question me, man, Tim, you my brother. Why you want to say that? He wouldn't say that to Mike. That's why I like Mike got it going on.
Wow.
Got to get back into the thing. I'll listen for another 5 minutes and then I go back. Is that okay?
Yeah, man. Go have fun. Go have fun. We'll talk to you next week.
What do you think? What do you think about what I just got finished saying?
Oh, I think there's been a lot of discussion in the industry about why it's so clogged up, and I think a big part of the reason is money. A lot of people are feeling very comfortable with the money they have in their pockets right now. It's not so much about their records; it's about how to get more of that money, quite frankly. But I think by this time next year, so yes, a full year's got to go by, and a few things will shake out in the heavyweight division. I think I just wish Tyson Fury would make up his mind and simply retire or not. That's all I'm asking. I just want him to make up his mind. Anthony Joshua, I think he had his bell rung. Deontay Wilder's had his bell rung. It's time to step aside and let some of these other guys take a chance at some of these titles.
Listen, every one of those heavyweights hit the canvas. There's something wrong with their defense. You know what I'm saying? Look, when I was fighting, not too many guys hit the deck like they did each one. Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, Andy Ruiz. Everyone that hit the deck. There's something wrong with the skills and the defense. They're doing really a good job. They're nice guys. I love them. All of them went down. They got to tighten, got to do. Bring some of us old timers back that know the skills to help you. And money is causing greed. It's causing greed and people to make the wrong decisions. Get them guys in there that's going to help you. That's the bottom line.
There you go. Spoken like a true champ. Get some help.
Listen, I'm going to go back into the place over there, and I really appreciate you guys having me on. I wish I could stay on longer. I'm right down South Philly, right near the Italian market where Sylvester Stallone made his movie. I'm only like 5 minutes away. but I'm right in the Irish neighborhood where I went to school. I went to school down here, and one of my friends invited me to his club. It's not a club; it's a place where you eat and everything. So I want to see everybody next week. I'm sorry I can't make it. Sorry, Graham. And I forgot about it. I should let you know that I'm gonna be on, but it's okay. I just want to go back. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next week. Is that okay, Graham?
That's perfect. Thanks a lot,
Okay.
Tim. I appreciate you coming on.
Thank you. This is where I'm walking to.
There you go, boxing fans. South Philly at its finest. Moonshine.
Moonshine. Yes. Hold on. We got the.
Woo! Live action. A lot of people who don't want to be
This is a singer.
shown live. Oh, you got. Oh, we might have some copyright issues.
I'll see you later.
All right, Tim.
See you,
Thanks,
love
Tim.
you.
All right.
Okay, see you later.
Yeah. So, Carl, your last comment here. It doesn't matter who trains AJ. He doesn't beat Fury no matter. You know what? That's my whole point. It doesn't matter. What I would like to see is Tyson Fury retire once and for all because he's got enough money. AJ had a shot. He should step aside, quite frankly, or go beat up on lesser men. Usyk, maybe he's going back to Ukraine. Who knows? Deontay Wilder's going to get his bell rung by Hellenius, and he'll be out of action permanently. Joe Joyce, Joseph Parker, I'm looking forward to it. Jared Anderson going up against Daniel Dubois, looking forward to it if it happens. So that's, I know you don't think that Jared Anderson is maybe as good as some of the better fighters in the UK, but I'm telling you, wait a few months. I'm telling you, guys, he's going to be one to look out for. And there are others too coming up under him, and not just take a look at some of these transplanted Russians who are training out of Montreal these days. The guy I just mentioned, Makhmudov, he's huge, and he's a heavyweight, and he's undefeated. And I think all of his victories have come by way of knockout. So again, look out for guys like that. That's about my rant for today, guys. Thanks very much for joining me here on Talkin' Fight. Appreciate it. Next week, I'll invite Carl to the show. We can go toe-to-toe, British versus the world in the world of boxing, and see who comes out on top. I agree, the 168-pound division. Had a quick look while Tim was talking there. You got Canelo. You got Caleb Plant still up there. You got maybe Andrade climbing the ranks a bit. And maybe David Benavidez as well to round out that top grouping. But at the end of the day, you're right. I mean, who does Canelo pick? He picks guys he can beat. But he makes a lot of money doing it. So what the heck? And but that's what we want to try and eradicate and then change and transplant with some fighters who are of note and of worth. It's all hype. All right, fight fans, that's it for me. Remember to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and we'll see you on Monday.